Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live. Doing a quick check of crypto right now. We are seeing red arrows across the board. Bitcoin down about 3.5%. Ethereum down 5%. Bitcoin now just at 17,452 there right now. Recovering since obviously the FTX collapse, but still below that $20,000 handle. This is the 7-day average of open interest for Bitcoin perpetual futures has dropped 40.3% from the start of November, according to data provider Crypto Compare, citing one of the most closely watched indicators of trader sentiment on Binance's market-leading derivatives exchange. Binance certainly in focus there, Rachelle, because of what we have seen play out this week. Nansen now reporting roughly $3.7 billion being withdrawn from the platform there. We have since heard from Changpeng Zhao, CZ, the CEO founder, coming out and saying that if you think this is going to sink Binance, you simply don't understand our financial position. But it is about questions around what is now the largest crypto exchange by default, or it was even before the FTX collapse, but certainly a lot of eyes on that one.
I mean, and we know that we heard from Kevin O'Leary. He was talking about, Binance essentially having a global monopoly now with FTX out of the picture and sort of suggested that Binance was a bit nefarious in sort of outing FTX and the issues that it had. But obviously, the first thing that Binance wanted to do, what CZ wanted to do, was say, look, Binance is not that situation. Whether or not people are believing him based on the pace of the withdrawals that we're seeing, I mean, that still remains to be seen. And even when you look at where Bitcoin is at the moment, down from its high of 69,000 last year. We're looking at it now at sub 17,500. And then looking at also with Ethereum, down from 4,800 last year. So obviously people are still a little bit shaken, even beyond when you think of what we're seeing with the crypto winter. So really, it remains to be seen what the catalyst is going to be to really turn things around at the moment, Akiko.
Yeah, you mentioned those Kevin O'Leary comments yesterday. CZ responding directly to those comments in an interview with CNBC this morning, essentially saying that it's irresponsible for him to make those comments when he doesn't understand how the books are over at Binance. But worth noting, we did also get some additional developments on FTX. We're learning a bit more about how this collapse transpired. Reports here suggesting that it was an insider. Ryan Salam is a senior executive over at FTX who tipped off Bahamian officials to what exactly was happening in terms of the commingling, as it's alleged, that the funds that were being used from Alameda over to FTX. Or FTX to Alameda, that he was the one that tipped him off. So it's interesting because so much of the focus has been around Sam Bankman-Fried, and yet in so much of the reporting, we have heard about this very tight inner circle that he operated within FTX. And now we're learning, at least according to reports, that one of those senior executives was in fact the one that tipped police off to what was happening internally.
And it's true, as you mentioned there, SBF getting the bulk of the heat. At the end of the day, it's his company, but he didn't do this by himself. So trying to figure out who knew what and when and how much culpability they have, we know that that's going to continue to unfold as these investigations continue.